Alam nyo ba, may isang building sa Makati na nakatago ang mga ginamit ni Pope Francis?
Kasi talagang araw-araw, nakakapagmano ako sa kanya. Tawag niya sa akin, Jessie.
Pag-aari ito ni Chef Jessie na nabigyan ng pambihirang pagkakataon na malapitan at mapagsilbihan at mayakap ang Santo Papa.
If he becomes a saint, that will become a third-class relic. Nung nakita niya yan, sabi niya sa akin,
Paano nakamit ng isang simpleng chef mula sa Bulacan ang ipagluto ang mga pinakatanyag at pinakamayayaman sa Pilipinas, kasama na ang Santo Papa, at magkaroon ng kanyang sariling building?
tatay ko talaga farmer. And he wrote me a letter personally signed by him. Wow! Yung ginagawa natin, you know, whatever actions we do, para bang is leading to that plan.
Pilipino tayo, kaya lumalaban tayong nakangiti.
With me, put your hands together, ta-da, let's be happy. You will see tomorrow's brighter, ta-da, let's be happy.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa Makati at nasa Chef Jessie's place tayo. Sino si Chef Jessie? Well, siya lang naman ang nagluto para sa Santo Papa kay Pope Francis. Tara!
Pag nalulumbay, sumayaw sa indak ng buhay. Ilang beses mangniko, pangarap wag isuko. Feeling na
Pastry was your first love.
Oh yes, talagang until now.
Ang bata-bata pa.
Ayan ang story.
Si
It all
Chef na lang,
started
oo.
yan with the Great Maya Cook Fest.
So tingnan mo, pwede pala yung mga sumasali sa contest na kala mo contest lang yan, hindi pala. Na it can really be a
You'll
start
never
of
know the
something big.
breaks.
Yes.
Buti may picture pa ako nung intercon, wala na yun ngayon.
Wala na nga. oo.
Sinali ako ng intercon sa Cold Desserts display. I won gold with distinction sa Manila Hotel ginawa. Kaya pinadala nila ako to train abroad. That's why I was in Europe for 4 months. Matapos nga nun, ayan, naging first Filipino pastry chef. Tapos, discipline na. Tapos ako yun, di ba? I was assigned to lead yung ASEAN Summit 2017. Parang sabi ko, ako yung naging chef ng Sofitel for 1 day for the ASEAN Summit kasi lahat sila talagang, pati yung executive chef, lahat. Kung ano yung bigay kong instruction. Ako yung naging head chef for that day.
We are on top of the world. On top of Jessie's place.
Yeah, this is our roof deck.
Bakit nyo nasabing hindi nyo pinangarap to na magkaroon ng building sa Makati?
Diyos ko, hindi ko kakayanin yun. kahit ganong isip ko at ganong trabaho ko, hindi ko maiisip na kaya kong magpatayo ng building sa Makati. But, sabi ko nga sa'yo, nothing is impossible with God.
Nothing is impossible.
It's, that statement is so true. Nothing is impossible. Ito nga, imposible to, pero nangyari.
Isipin mo, nasa Makati, may building ka sa Makati.
diba?
But did you come from humble beginnings ba for you not to even imagine something like this?
I came from a poor family in Bulacan. Although my lolo, Sinsyoko, would always tell me, mas paborito ako nung kwentuhan eh, ay naku apo, sabi niya, ang pag-aari natin noon hanggang maabot ng tanaw mo. Ay sabi ko, ano po nangyari? Nasaan na? So, tatay ko talaga farmer. He plows the field. Talagang nagtatanim siya. Nanay ko, both my parents, hanggang elementary lang sila. Pero, ang nanay ko, tako ko talagang the best mom for me. Talagang yun. Siya my mother is the eldest of 16 children. Kung hindi ako kinuha ng auntie ko from my parents, baka hindi ako nakatapos ng pag-aaral. Baka walang Chef Jessie. Oh, it was my aunt kasi favorite niya ako. Sa lahat ng pamangkin niya, ako yung pinaka-paborito niya. See? Part ng God's plan. Buti na lang ako yung naging paborito niya.
What is this place?
This is the kitchen.
Gaano karami ang kayang i-prepare na food ng kusinang to?
Nung one time, We had an event sa taas for 200. Naupo namin ng 200 doon. Isang latag lang yan. Lahat ng plato for 200. Cold kitchen namin. Tapos ito yung main kitchen. Tapos yung bake shop and pastry doon sa dulo. Oo.
I guess rule number 1 yun, malinis.
Ay, dapat! Diyos ko, hindi pwedeng hindi.
Shucks, pwede ako rumolyo sa floor sa sobra. Ang linis.
Ay, gabi-gabi yan. Binabanyo. Binabanyo yan.
Oh, wow.
Oo, yan. O, may
Pinakamalinis
silang
na kusina na hindi siya mukha. Sorry ha, nagulat ako sa linis talaga. Super linis talaga.
Oo, dapat talaga. Dapat talaga malinis ang kitchen. Oo. Yan,
Oh,
masyado
amazing.
maayos yan. Dapat pero talagang malinis. Doon ginagawa ang mga bread.
Tell me about, let's talk about excellence now. Stricta ka?
Super. Pagdating sa trabaho, talagang super strict. You cannot be otherwise. Kasi pag hindi mo madidisiplina ng mga tao eh. Kailangan talaga stricta ka. Meron kaming cafeteria, dito sila kumakain. Ayun, no? Ayan.
Ganda umaga po.
Oh, guys! Miss Bernadette Sembrano, dinadalaw tayo, Oh, this is ito yung
Dito sila
mezzanine.
father.
Dito sila father. Alam mo ginawa ko dito, one long table. Ilan sila? Mga 50. 50 din dito. Nagkasya. Long table.
Eto, may minimum rin to. Pag
Minimum nito kasi, we can seat 80 people here. So, minimum nito. Pero
Same lang
ibaba
din.
ng 50. Oo.
Meeting.
For meetings,
Yes.
for 10 to 12 people, pwede dito. Pero we can knock down the divider and make it into a bigger room that can seat 40. Mga ganyan.
Ito yung main event dito sa Chef Jessie's place. Papakita sa atin ni Chef Jessie.
Oo.
Tara!
Ayan. Siyempre,
Where
may
are
mini
we?
gallery.
So may chapel kayo on top of
Yes.
Chef Jessie's place.
Yes. This is the most important place in this building, this chapel, because we find you know, I always feel that I am with God every time I come to this chapel. Yeah. We asked for quotations from 3 architects. And every time the first time I met with them, I told them there is one thing non-negotiable in the building when you build your design, and that is the chapel at the topmost floor.
Parang feeling ko nasa Adoration Chapel.
This is actually my office, but this is my desk. My collection of Saint Joseph, kasi Saint Joseph is my patron saint. Most of this, actually all of this were given to me. Most of them by Tita Gigi Carlos.
Pinaka gusto ko yung sleeping, Joseph.
Sleeping,
Yan.
Saint Joseph.
Oo, yan yung
kasi this is
pinakagusto ko.
the Saint Joseph that Pope Francis promulgated.
Ah, talaga?
Oh, kasi in his office at the Vatican, he has a sleeping Saint Joseph. And then, if he wants to make, if he has requests or any special petition, he writes it in a paper and then put it under the sleeping Saint Joseph, and chances are, they're all granted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Kaya ako ganyan ginagawa ko, tamo may paper sa ilalim mo. And talaga naman, it's true anything that you put under him, talagang proven. I was so grateful naman that everything that I cooked for him, he liked everything. Itong ID na ito, they printed this from the Vatican. And ito yung front, ito yung back. And only those who were allowed to enter the nunciature were given this. There were only, I think, at most 20, 30 of us who every day would see each other at the nunciature. When we go to the nunciature from Rockwell, the transportations that I used had car passes that can go through all the barricades. We prepared the food in our kitchen in Rockwell.
Siguro sobrang surreal pa rin, ano? Pag iisipin nyo ngayon na...
Ay nako, parang I could not imagine. Sabi ko dun sa mga staff ko, during those 5 days, sabi ko, wala akong restaurant Wala akong iisipin kung hindi ito lang. I will just focus with what I have to do here. kalimutan niyo ako. Ito lang gagawin ko ngayong 5 araw. So, my days were really just focused on preparing his meals for the day kasi breakfast, lunch, and dinner eh. All these photos were taken during his last day when they were about to go to the airport. He said mass for us at the nunciature, in the chapel at the nunciature. And there were only like 12 people inside the chapel. And he said the mass in Latin. And we were asked to dress in Filipiniana. So, yan naman yung Filipiniana dress. Pero yung blouse na yan, nahawakan niya yan eh. Nahawakan niya. Kaya sabi ko, i-frame ko yan kasi if he becomes a saint, that will become a third-class relic.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oo. Bernaya, yung bag na yan,
Anong bayong?
may bayong.
Yeah.
Di ba? That bayong na made from old newspapers. Ang laman yan, 500 rosaries. Itong rosary na ganito. Ito. That 500 rosaries were given to me by Doña Chito Madrigal. And she gave it to me. Sabi niya, sige yan, pamigay mo yan. And so I thought of having the Holy Father bless them. And then talagang ang bilis na ubos. So this was given to me by one of the staff of the Holy Father. This rosary was personally given to me by the Holy Father. Nakalagay dito sa case na to. Merong synod of bishops. Pinadala ko yung mangga kasi I know I won't be able to go to the Vatican. Pinadala ko yung mangga kay Bishop Nes Ongtioco.
Okay.
Pinadala ko sa kanya yung mangga. Ayan, he was able to receive it and he wrote me a letter personally signed by him.
Wow.
Kaya yung mga bishops, mga pare na iingit sa akin, sabi niya, ikaw talaga, tira mo, pag ikaw, siya pumipirma. And talagang kilala niya ako, Jessie. And sabi niya, kami pag sinusulatan kami, sekretary lang niya nakapirma. Pero ako, tira mo yan. And this one, pag sinusulatan ko siya, Your Holiness. Di ba? Pero ako tawag niya sa akin naman, Jessie. Itong uniform na ito, pinagawa ko talaga for 5 days. Ito yung sinusuot ko. Talagang merong I Heart Pope Francis. Dahil nga. Diba? Nakita niya yan. Nung nakita niya yan, sabi niya sa akin, tinuro niya.
Imagine that experience na many of us would just dream to see him, to even touch him. And I remember that time na talagang makita mo lang siya, even in a popemobile from a distance, yung goosebumps na may iiyak ka talaga.
Alam mo, may story. Meron ako isang na-meet na talagang sabi niya, we waited for 8 hours.
Yes.
Kasi di ba, ang daming tao, talagang maghihintay ka, pipila ka no? And sabi niya, we waited for 8 hours under the heat of the sun, nauulanan pa kami. And then we just saw him for, I think, matagal na 10 seconds. Dinaanan lang sila. And then after the visit, talaga yung mga tao, para bang, pahipo naman. Pa-touch naman kasi yun the closest we can get to the Holy Father. Kasi talagang araw-araw, nakakapagmano ako sa kanya.
Wow.
Araw-araw.
Pamano nga.
Araw-araw. Pag aalis siya, mamano ako sa kanya. We were assigned at the nunciature. Pag aalis siya, nagbababay kami. Pag dadating, wini-welcome namin.
And nabasa ko you were really offering even this building nga, no?
Oo.
To that experience na parang when you say, I love Pope Francis, then you do his work or do God's work.
Yeah, syempre. Talagang sabi ko nga, in my silent prayers, this building was given to me by God, and I will really do everything. Anything that I can do from this building to serve God, to give Him greater glory.
Bakit importante sa inyong palaging nagdarasal? Kasi yun yung sinabi sa amin sa babae na describe Chef Jessie, palaging nagdarasal.
Well, that's our direct link with God. Kasi ako, whenever I do anything, I consult with Him. I consult with God. I consult talagang, when I pray, talagang I can see God's directions, kung ano yung whatever, in anything that I want to do, most especially those crucial decisions. Talagang wag natin pababayaan yung relationship natin with God. And nako, He's always there for us. Most of the times talagang answered prayers. Thank God.
A lot of answered prayers.
Oh, a lot of answered prayers talaga. Yeah.
So what did you serve him then?
Nako, di ba 5 days yun eh. But actually 4 days. Our first meeting at the Nunciature, siyempre I met with the nuncio and he told me to make a menu. So sabi ko, pagkakataon ko na, sisingit ko yung adobo, sinigang, bulalo, yung mga, yung mga Filipino dishes na talagang gusto nating ipagmalaki, no? So I made the menus, and then the following day, I went to the Nunciature, submitted the menus for 4.5 days. Nako, meeting kami ni Nuncio. Kitang-kita ko pa yung mukha niya nung tinitignan niya yung menus. Parang, and politely he told me, Chef, if we can do, if you can change the menus and let us serve something that is familiar to the Holy Father, for fear that he might develop stomach upset, yung stomach problems. So I understood him naman. Siyempre, ako naman, my intention of introducing Filipino cuisine to the Holy Father and his entourage, parang yun yung nananaig sa akin, yung pagka-Pilipino. No? I had to do the menu again. Sabi ko, madali na yun. Ito yung ginagawa namin sa restaurant, yung mga pagkain na yan, di ba? The next day, I brought him different sets of menus. Maganda na yung smile niya. Sabi niya, this is yes. So those menus, I am serving up to now in Chef Jessie Rockwell from January 15 to February 15. Para bang to commemorate the visit. Every year. And the proceeds, 100% I donate to Tulay ng Kabataan.
100%. Bakit Tulay ng Kabataan?
Kami din yung nag-cater ng lunch for all the religious dun sa events place dun sa May Manila Cathedral. After the Mass, alam mo ginawa? Dapat pupunta sila dun sa events hall na yon. Batiin niya siyempre batiin lang man niya yung mga priest. Ang ginawa nila ni Cardinal, tumawid sila kasi nandun yung orphanage ng Tulay ng Kabataan. Dinalaw niya yung mga orphans doon. Kaya nakita siya ng mga bata doon. And then yun lang naman yung orphanage na dinalaw niya.
To remember.
Kaya yun yung nanaw sa akin. Kailangan talaga magdasal para malaman natin kung anong plano ni God sa atin.
Actually,
Oo. Pero, pag nagmi-meeting kami ng mga staff, sinasabi ko, well, alam niyo, madali namang malaman yung plano ni God eh. Pero kinakailangan, malinis ang puso natin. Kasi pag hindi malinis ang puso natin, maraming blocks, maraming hadlang. Kaya kinakailangan, we try our best to be as good. And then, pag nag-pray ka, parang diretso. Parang yung sagot ni God, pupunta agad sa atin. Nakikita natin agad. Or, hindi man natin nakikita, yung ginagawa natin, whatever actions we do, para bang is leading to that plan.
St. Martin de Porres.
Yaman,
Bahay
at Yaman, St. Martin de Porres.
Dignify the mission. I like that. Dignify the mission.
Hindi lagi nag-iingat.
Pero maraming pangailangan si Father.
Effort lang lang sa musulman. You don't make poverty an excuse to ask for something. You make it a challenge.
Father,
Father, please tell me about your mission.
St. Martin de Porres is a home for, I would say, wayward children. Children who are helpless, who come from dysfunctional families, whose parents are in jail or abandoned or physically abused, and they have nowhere to go. And they found solace here, and until they are able to fend on their own after so many years. And it's rather challenging because it's not the food, the shelter, or the school that matter. More so, it is formation, reformation of their character, which is rather, I would say, tough. But this is God's work, and if this is His work, then we are just instruments in realizing His works of mercy and compassion. And people come here to collaborate, and we witness the gospel in the concrete.
Inspired by the story of Chef Jessie, all proceeds from this episode will go to various programs for the needy. Please feel free to like and share this content so that we can feed and help more. Thank you! Dahil sa'yo yan. That's why we are able to reach out to more.
Very simple recipe ni Chef Jessie. Sundan ninyo sa inyong mga tahanan. Dapat kayanin ko rin gayahin to.
So, ang ingredients natin, maraming garlic chopped, salt and pepper, Parmesan cheese, basil, linguine aglio e olio with prawns. So, olive oil. Yan. We just have to be quick. Right? Importante kasi pag aglio olio, tamang-tama lang yung luto ng garlic. Huwag nating susunugin. At pag naamoy nyo na yung garlic, lagyan nyo na agad yung prawns. Oh. Okay? Yung garlic. Dagdagan pa natin. So at this point, pwede nating timplahan ng pepper and salt. And then, ito na. Ready na to. So, kailangan na lang natin yung pasta. Siyempre, luto na yung pasta natin eh. Kaya iinit lang natin ng konti. Meron kayong kumukulong tubig. Pag dinagdag mo dito sa sauce mo, okay lang. Yan. Oh, yan na. So, serve na natin. Parmesan cheese. Okay. And basil spray. Sa bagay, pwede sana isama yan. Your pasta is ready to serve.
Did you always enjoy cooking before when you were a kid?
No, not really. No. When I was young, I really hated it. Pag nagluluto auntie ko, tapos papasok ako sa kitchen, amoy bawang, amoy sibuyas. Kung ano yung bilis ng pasok ko, siyang bilis ng labas ko kasi kumakapit sa balat yung, tsaka sa damit yung amoy ng garlic and onion, and I don't like it.
So what a surprise. Oo.
Yeah, but when I discovered baking, everything is really nice and sweet. Kaya napilit ako ng auntie ko na sumali sa contest. Actually, hindi ako na kailangan pilitin. Excited ako nun na sumali. Kasi nga, nung natuto ako mag-bake, talagang nag-enjoy ako.
Yung mga tao, for sure, pag nakikita nila yung success mo, lalo na yung mga passionate sa kusina, magluto, how do they become successful like you?
I think, ang kailangan lang gawin, talagang alamin ninyo, diskubruhin ninyo kung anong talagang gusto ninyong gawin. I was supposed to work with China Bank. Money Market Division yung binigay nila sa akin. Yun nga, but while waiting for the position to be vacant, merong opportunity yung baking. So, sumali ako dun sa baking.
Something always sets us apart from the rest. But what is it for you?
What comes to mind now is siguro, baka my closeness to God, who leads me in the right path, who always guides me to do the right thing at the right time. And of course, the love for this work that somehow was able to develop through the years.
And of yung final words for those who you want to mentor, kung tinitingnan man yung buhay nyo, how do you become excellent? Because definitely there's love for God, but no doubt you're also excellent with your work. Ano yung gusto nyong sabihin sa kanila?
Do not settle for anything less than the best. That is what I always tell my staff. Kung kailangan, pag ginagawa ninyo yung trabaho ninyo, do it the best way you can. I cannot settle for anything less than the best. I always tell my staff, if you are happy where you are, you're in the right place. Kasi kung hindi ka masaya, hindi ka para dito. Huwag mong pilitin. So, if you are happy, all you have to do is do your best. And you will be the best. We should always be grateful for all the things that come our way. And we all know that anything and everything around us only comes from one source, and that is God.
And that's the other side of Chef Jessie. At kagaya ng palagi nating sinasabi, Pilipino tayo, kaya lumalaban tayong nakangiti.
Be happy!
Ay sumayaw sa indak ng buhay. Ilang beses mang di ko pangarap wag isuko. Feeling nag-iisa, ako'y iyong kasama. Give it time at babawi, lumabang nakangiti.
Bakit ang humble mo pa rin after all your success?
Wala naman tayong dapat ipagmalaki. I don't know, this is my nature eh. I cannot see myself being proud.